interns who are gaining weight because of intern year, because of stress. I used to also pull all-nighters sometimes, especially in my first 3 years of medical school. Hi, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, my name is Samira. I currently work as a doctor in the Netherlands and I'm moving soon to Washington DC to start my internal medicine residency there. And I wanted to make a video about my expectations for internal medicine residency and especially intern year. And if you don't know what intern year is the first year of residency. And I thought it would be fun to make this video and look back on it in 6 months or even a year to see how everything goes and if it exceeded my expectations or if things were different than I expected it to be. So first of all, I think that intern year is going to be really challenging, and it's something that I've heard from a lot of people online. Also for a lot of people, it's the first time that they're being a doctor. Of course, there are some people who come from outside the United States who are already a doctor and it might have practiced for a few years. For me, it's a little bit different because I graduated last year and I started working as a doctor outside the hospital. So this will be the first time that I will be working inside the hospital as a doctor, because it's really different when you work outside the hospital. First of all, when it comes to time management, when you work outside the hospital, you probably have more time to see patients, and also the patients outside the hospital are less sick than the patients who are inside the hospital. The second thing I want to talk about is medical knowledge, because I feel like that's something that a lot of people are scared of when they start their medical residency, because I don't know, you learn a lot from your textbooks or USMLE exams. And also, of course, you know, in medical school you have your electives, your clerkships and all those type of things. So you see patients and you learn from those patients. But it's going to be totally different when you are now the doctor and seeing those patients and have to come up with, you know, the management and the medication, especially the doses of the medication. But I also have to realize that at the beginning I might have to look up a lot of things, and that's okay. I also hope that I'm not going to be too hard on myself during intern year, especially at the beginning. There's a lot of things going on, of course. Living in a new country, in a new city, learning a new culture, meeting a lot of new people from the residents, but also nurses and other people in the hospital, learning the hospital system. And I have to remind myself that it's going to be okay. There will be a steep learning curve. And also a lot of residents say that they don't expect a lot from interns, especially at the beginning. So I think the first thing that I have to focus on is my time management, my efficiency, those type of things. I think that will make my life easier, and also for the residents, of course. So I think that would be my main focus: time management, efficiency, knowing where things are, knowing all the numbers and all those type of things, just the logistics. And along the way I will learn a lot, hopefully, from the patients. The third thing I want to talk about is sleep deprivation. I would say that during medical school my sleep cycle was messed up. And I'm not proud of it, but I used to also pull all-nighters sometimes, especially in my first 3 years of medical school. I'm also a night person, so for example in the weekends I sleep a little bit later than a regular person. So I don't know, just my relationship with sleep is a little bit weird. Although in my last year it became a little bit better, so I'm happy about that. I don't know if you can relate, but I'm the type of person when I come home late I have to stay awake for 1 or 2 hours extra, or maybe 3 hours, because I don't want to waste my time by sleeping. So I need to have those 2 or 3 hours to just relax. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I'm a little bit stressed out about my sleep schedule during intern year. But I have to remind myself during intern year especially that sleep is the most important thing. So for example, when I come home late, I need to sleep. I don't have to watch TV or do something else for 2 or 3 hours. Especially being a doctor and being sleep deprived is not a good combination. And of course it will happen sometimes, but I think doing your best yourself is the most important thing. So that's why it's important to me especially that when I come home and it's already late, I have to sleep immediately and not do something else or waste my time before I'm going to sleep. So that has to be my main priority. The fourth thing I want to talk about is work-life balance. It's really important, but intern year is really tough, at least what I read about it and heard from people. So sometimes it can be hard to maintain your work-life balance. And I think especially at the beginning, it's really, you know, you have to figure out things during intern year, time management especially. So sometimes you might be home a little bit later than expected and those type of things. So I would say the first few months work-life balance might be tougher than it should be. These are expectations, so I will look back on those things in a few months and see if that was really the case. But For now, I think that work-life balance would be a challenge, especially at the beginning of intern year. Maybe work will be more than my life at the beginning. I don't know. But if that's the case, I should be fine with it for a few months, especially, if I know that maybe in the months later on I would be more efficient and that I would have a better work-life balance, or maybe not even in my intern year but my second year and my third year, and that my main focus during that time should be sleep. So work and sleep has to be the most important thing to me, especially at the beginning. And then if I have time to do fun things at the beginning, that would be great. If I don't have time to do that, that's okay too. So that's something that I have to remind myself, because I know that that aspect is going to be tough. I will look back on this in a few months and see how it goes. The last thing I want to talk about is something that I'm really scared of, and that is weight gain. I heard a lot of stories and read a lot of stories of interns who are gaining weight because of intern year, because of stress. But at the same time, I'm also hearing stories about interns who don't have a lot of time to eat during their shifts. So I don't know how that really makes sense, that they're not eating during work but still gaining weight. I don't know, maybe probably because of stress and also compensating it when they're going home and eating more during dinner. I don't really know. But a lot of people are gaining weight. Some people lose weight during the intern year. But I'm someone, unfortunately, who will gain weight when I'm stressed. That's something that I have to be really mindful about, because I'm a stress eater, and especially when I'm tired. But there's a gym in my apartment, luckily, so hopefully I will have time to go to the gym. So I will let you know in a few months if I gained weight during intern year. I'm really curious about it. Maybe I will gain 5 kilograms in 6 months. I think that would be the case probably. But let's see. I will keep you guys updated if I gained 5 kilograms in 6 months. Those are my 5 expectations for intern year. I will make a new video in 6 months and will tell you guys about my progress during intern year. If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and I will then hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!